Welcome to the Home Inspector Marketing Podcast. Because you're a home inspector looking to increase your sales, improve your cash flow, and boost your bottom line, you are in the right place. For additional training resources on how you can grow your home inspection business, go to microreturns.com right now. And now, here's the podcast.
Hi, this is Mike Crow, and I run a home inspection business. In fact, I've run a couple of home inspection businesses. The true joy for me, though, has been helping literally thousands of home inspectors build really solid home inspection businesses as well. We can help a single-man operation be able to do over $300,000 a year, maybe all the way up to $400,000 a year as a single inspector operation. Even better for me is the 80-plus companies that we have helped be able to build million-dollar home inspection businesses. I would like to help you be able to do the same thing.
Growing your spiritual side is not usually something a business owner thinks about. But if you ever hope to make it out of the 95%, you'll need it. Mike will touch on this in today's episode. As always, if you have any questions or want help growing your business, email us at hello@coachblueprint.com.
Great personalities always develop a characteristic of leadership. It just happens. Here's one of the things. You want to be charismatic? Here's one simple thing you can do. Pick up a phone and write a note and encourage somebody else. That's it. While you're at your thing tonight, write a note to somebody. So pick up the phone and call somebody or write a note and encourage somebody. A man who has made a success has a responsibility to those who are striving to be successful as well. It's that simple, okay? And by the way, I want you to understand, everything I'm telling you applies to your relationships with the real estate agents or the mortgage company or the real estate attorneys as well. I want you to understand everything I'm telling you. The reason I grew one of the top 3 largest home inspection businesses across the nation was because I did all of this to the real estate agents. I helped them be successful. I wrote those notes of encouragement. Okay? A millionaire in money is nothing compared to being a millionaire in friends, and everyone can be that, okay? Provided you keep those friends when you make them, and thoughtfulness and little things is the best way to keep them. It's really pretty simple. So I dare you, select 5 new people. I dare you to develop the fine art of finding, making, and keeping friends by giving, genuinely giving of your time and personality to others. That's what this community is about. This community is an anomaly in the world. And I cannot tell you the number of people that show up here and go, this is weird. And I go, yes, it is. Isn't it amazing? They go, I've never seen anything like this anywhere. Speakers that come here and speak. Joe sat back there for a whole day and watched you guys. And one of the things he got up on stage was and said, I have never in my entire speaking career seen anything like this, where people care about people at such a deep level. Don't miss that. It's being charismatic. All right, so then build character, okay? You know, I love this. Aiden, my grandson, yesterday, we passed out that little form, and it said, who's my favorite superhero? Now, I was joking a little bit when I put it up there, and I was talking to you guys. And by the way, what you don't know was Aiden had already filled out his form. He wrote in there, who's my favorite superhero? And I have a new name. It's called Gramps. Yeah. It just blew me away. And he reminded me of something that was in the book. So the grandfather is walking along with his grandson, and they're walking up to the peak of the mountain. He says, are you tired? And he says, my feet are tired, but myself isn't. You are going to become physically exhausted at some points in becoming successful. That's where your brain, that's where your spirit has to come in to move you to the next level. Myself is your spirit. Many people try to do everything that we talk about without being faithful, without being true to their inner self. I want you to understand, many people try to succeed without thinking of the spirit, and you're only going to get 3/4 of the way there. You will never truly enjoy life if you miss that part. So don't. It's your strong of body, brilliant of mind, magnetic personality. Now, we want you to have an inspiration or a cause. And if it's about you, you're going to come up short. It's got to be about others. It's the biggest secret. If the spiritual life is not developed, it dies and all the other three lives of your life suffer. You know you have built character when others are willing to stand up for you. I was never so touched as when people started attacking me at one point for this or that. And other people went, you don't have a clue what you're talking about. Go away. You know, in every movie, it's kind of fun. And you see it in the Spider-Man trailer, the Amazing Spider-Man trailer, where Spider-Man at one point is like knocked out. And literally he almost gets ready to fall, possibly to his death, probably not. But they grab him and they pull him inside and they lay him down and they take care of him when he needs a breather. Yeah, on the train, right. And in the Superman movie, same thing happens. I want you to know the coolest thing I see about movies is that they resemble reality and they resemble truth sometimes at such a level that unless you're looking for it, unless you actually know what you're looking for, you'll miss it. When you have built real character, when others are willing to stand up for you, you know you've succeeded. When your employees stand up for you, you know you've succeeded. When your spouse is willing to stand up for you, you know you've succeeded. One of Susan's favorite movies is Avatar. Okay? How many of you seen the movie Avatar? Oh, love that movie. But one of Susan's favorite scenes is at one point is where the Marine falls down because he's moved out of his body back to the other body, okay? And he's laying there helpless, and one guy comes over and he's getting ready to end that guy's life because he is creating too many problems in their community. And that female crouches over him and looks up at him and snarls. That's Susan for me. She protects me when I'm not looking, when I can't be looking, sometimes when I'm sleeping. You need somebody in your life that will do that for you. And I will tell you, one of the ways that happens is that you're willing to do it for somebody else. So all spiritual adventure had for its foundation first the giving of one's loyalty to a living leader and then expressing it into nightly service. If you consider religion something to be put up with, it becomes drudgery. Exercise and study are drudgery to one in the wrong mental attitude. When you consider the building of character or ethics or moral or religion, whatever you choose to call it, as an opportunity to grow, then the unseen things of life take on a whole new significance. The people here at the 1%, these people are significant. See, you don't get to this 1% just because you have more money than everybody else. And the 1%ers don't necessarily have more money than the 95%. There are a lot of people here that are significant that will never become millionaires. But I will tell you that when you combine those two up here, the whole world changes into a whole new things. So you want to build character, build strength. Build strength demands exercise. Mental alertness demands study. Winsome personality thrives on service. And religious growth requires action. What is that one constructive step you're going to take in your life to reach your next part? So we advance only by doing. We advance only by taking action. What's the number one thing you're going to do this year that's going to change everything? Okay? But here's the thing is, I dare you to share. You're enjoying something today because of other people's sacrifices. I'm here today because of my dad and my mom's sacrifices. Okay? Doesn't that kind of dare you to make good as well? You know, there's the Sea of Galilee and the Dead Sea, and since I've been able to travel to Israel and see them, I have a much greater appreciation for them. The Sea of Galilee, which by the way is really a lake, okay, just telling you, but the Sea of Galilee basically flows clear and cool. And me and Susan were on a boat and we went across the Sea of Galilee. We took photos and it was an amazing, life-changing experience for us. And then we went to the Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea is brutal and vicious. And I had my favorite Mickey watch, which I wore into the Dead Sea, and it killed it. And I still haven't given the Dead Sea forgiven for that. It was really my fault, of course, because I wore it. But I thought, oh, come on, it's waterproof. But the Dead Sea is 30+% salt. People are walking around. I want you to know, people are walking around with 35% salt in them. It's pain. It's because they aren't willing to help other people. They aren't willing to go uphill. And all of it stops right here, and this is where all the garbage ends up. The garbage ends up on the radio, and the garbage ends up on TV, and the garbage ends up in movies, and the garbage ends up, if you're not careful, in your life. You have to be going this way, otherwise you end up in the trash bin, okay?
We hope you enjoyed the podcast, and as a friendly reminder, if you're looking to increase your sales, improve your cash flow, and boost your bottom line as a home inspector, go to MikeCrowReturns.com right now.